Hello and welcome back to Veilvet. I assume that you clicked on this video due to the title, or you could perhaps be scrolling on TikTok and this message found you. However you're seeing this message, I've already set intentions that those who are meant to see it, who need to see, who need to see me, who need to feel my energy, and who need to hear this message will do so. This is not by happenstance, and this is not a coincidence. If you have a concern for a child or children, if you are a parent and you have concerns about a child or children, please watch. If you are in close proximity to children, if you are an aunt, an uncle, a guardian, a godparent, if you are a teacher, in some type of way you have access to children, please watch. This particular message is not to fearmonger. It's not to cause any type of scare tactics whatsoever. I do come with good and great intentions. I come with the level of activation as well as awareness of the collective that hears this message, that receives this message. If you have any questions in regards to this message, please feel free to hit me up in my email, velvetvenus@gmail.com. Let's go ahead. I do have notes here as well. I took some time off from social media, and during that time, I was given so many notes about what to speak about next, about what messages should be relayed to the collective next. So if you see me looking off to the right, my right, that's what I'm looking at. This message has to do with parents who are struggling financially, parents who are, you could be struggling emotionally, you could be struggling spiritually, you could be struggling with your finances, you could also be struggling with housing, you could be struggling with just day-to-day things happening that's affecting how you provide for your children, for your family. You could also be struggling with taking care of yourself. The upkeep of yourself. You could be struggling with that as well. It may have been a very long time since you had a haircut, went to the salon. How you choose to present yourself. You could be struggling with the finances to keep that up, with the upkeep of yourself, shopping for yourself, buying yourself necessary personal items. Any of these things resonate, this could also be your message. There's something in this message that you need to hear. There is going to be an aspect of this message that could definitely offend those who are religious. I ask that you have an open mind to receive what I have to say. None of this is by happenstance. None of this is by coincidence. You were meant to find this message when you found it. If you happen to be offended, then I suggest you do shadow work, or you block me, or you continue to scroll and you never come back to this channel. Let's see what else. So, if any of these things have resonated with you thus far, this is a big indicator that you have very special children. Very special, very unique, spiritually gifted children. And they need a certain level of protections. Perhaps you could be new to spirituality and you're not sure how to protect your child. You're not sure what to do. Perhaps you are religious and you have steadfast to prayer and fasting to protect your child. You may be into reading scriptures over your child. Whatever ways you have used in the past to cover your children, this message, this video, this post is going to activate something within you. You'll be receiving downloads or new ideas or new ways to further along that protection when it comes to your child. I guarantee this. There will be some type of energetic shift listening to these messages, listening to what I have to say, to cause you to even dream of how to take care of your child. You may implement new ideas. You may hear something while I'm speaking. You may receive a download. Um, you just may hear or see something, okay, by way of your third eye. Uh, some of you all are struggling and suffering right now as a distraction to keep you from keeping your eye on your children. If you are one of these people that are in a habit of rushing off to work, if you're in a habit of getting up and rushing your children to get them prepared to school, rushing to get to work, having worry, anxiety, or fear while you're at work because you're worried about losing your job, and then you leave that job to rush through traffic, you're focused on getting through traffic to get home to your children and whatever else you have to do, or to get to your second job, or your mind is fixated on how you're going to take care of your children, how you're going to pay that bill, the child support didn't come in, what do you do next? As practical and as real as bills are, it's also real that this is also a distraction, because whatever you focus on that doesn't have to do with your children, that same amount of focus needs to be on your child at this time. Right now, it is imminent that you keep your focus on yourself, the well-being of yourself and your children, your family. I understand that everyone needs to have housing, shelter, food, gas in the car, repeat, electric, water. I get it. I understand. And I encourage you to make it a priority to become more balanced in how you take care of the material things that you and your family needs, as well as the spiritual things that you and your family needs. Some of you all, this is going to hit you literally in the gut, because you know that you've been lacking when it comes to where the goings of your child. I'm seeing the goings of your child, where they are, what they're doing, where they are and what they're doing, wherever they are. The people that in that vicinity, so whose house they're going to. Do you know all the people that are going to that house, that are living in that house, that visits that house? Do you know the character of those people? Or is it just a release, I was going to say relief, or a relief for you to have some time alone while your child is away? No shade, no judgment. I get it. I'm a mama too. Oh gosh. Okay. So those of you all who are also in relationships, who have partners, spouses, there needs to be a balance here. You have a very big plate of responsibility. You have a lot of accountability here. Spirit acknowledges that. But there needs to be more energy and more focus on yourself, just yourself, and your children, your family. The other aspect here, when it comes to those who are religious that are watching this, is that's why it's so important to do magic. That's why it's so important to learn about the spiritual aspects of herbs, to learn your bloodline, to learn the ways in which they protected themselves, to learn, to integrate, thank you, Spirit, to integrate different magical or spiritual ways to protect yourself and your family. What you've been doing in the past has gotten you up to this particular point in your timeline. Now you're catching this video, now you're catching this post, and now it is time for a new beginning. Now it is time to implement. Oh, I heard implement newness. Now it's time to implement this energetic activation that you're receiving through this post. Wow. Wow, Spirit. Okay. And at the back of the deck, literally is the Fool card, which represents new beginnings. This deck here is called Tarot Familiars. This was sent to me from a subscriber. Lisa Parker is the author of this deck. I just thought I would just send a shout out to sunnynightdesigns.com. Is who purchased this deck for me and sent it to me. And if you're interested in purchasing that deck as well, you can definitely go to Sunny Night Designs. I'll have that link in the description box as well. So let's take a look at this new beginning, this Fool card here, okay? This is a different type of Fool card. This is not the traditional Rider-Waite tarot deck, of course. But this particular card has a cat. Cats represent the spiritual realm. Cats are also protectors as well. But look at these Joker hats, okay, with the card games or the cards games. Games being played, manipulations. There's so many different forms of manipulation that can occur in people's lives, and it takes them some time to figure out that they're being manipulated here. And then back here, there's a chest. There's a chest with a lock on it. So there are some secrets here. There are some hidden things here in this card. There are some games being, come on, Spirit. There are some games being played, some trickster energy. Now, mind you, the overall theme of this card is the Fool, okay? We all know traditionally the Fool card represents new beginnings, all right? If you look at the traditional Fool card in the Rider-Waite deck, it shows a youthful energy, a youthful person excited about a new beginning, taking an adventure, but they're standing on top of a cliff. And if you take a look at that card, you'll notice that one incorrect step too far to the right, the left, or in front of you, you're falling over that cliff. So what I'm getting intuitively is that yes, the new beginning energy is here. We can sense it, we can feel it, we can yearn for it, we set intentions for it. We set intentions for it. But haphazards are being laid. Is that what you're saying? Haphazards are being laid, or to be mindful, or to be mindful of trickery or manipulation, or some type of tactics here. So you're not all focused on, oh my God, this is a new beginning, da 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 da. You also need to be aware of what's laying, see, in the background. What's laying dormant. You also need to be aware of what's laying dormant as well. And sometimes the only way that you become aware, the only way that you come into another level of awareness is by doing something different, is by doing something new. This is why I'm talking about adding another layer of protections around your children, your family, yourself that you've never done before. So some of you religious people, no shade, no judgment, may feel awkward when I talk about adding magic, adding rituals, protection rituals, adding things to your protections besides what you've been doing all these years. because now you're on, yes, I heard it. You're on a new level